before you walk into this restaurant, you need to know that there's a sign outside of this restaurant, but when you walk in through the entrance, you're going to walk through a Chinese bakery, and then the restaurant is located right behind the bakery. So there's a little mini mall where the restaurant is located. So this is all the way in the back. Just remember that.
Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show. If you have a minute, I have an opinion. On a rainy Sunday night after we saw LAO Yuan's sign from the sidewalk, we entered the restaurant, or so we thought. We had to walk through a bakery and then onwards into a mini mall where the restaurant was one of the businesses that were inside. The restaurant itself looked modern and inviting and was also brightly lit. I should also add that this restaurant is clearly a local spot, but don't worry, the waiter spoke English and provided excellent service. LAO Yuan is a Shanghainese restaurant and has a menu containing soup dumplings and many Shanghainese delicacies, both cold and cooked. We were so excited about visiting a restaurant that was totally unplanned.
Hi, welcome back to the Minute Review Show, and today we're at a restaurant in Flushing, Queens called LAO Yuan, and basically it's a Shanghainese restaurant. There's a two-sided menu that we chose a couple of items from. We're going to order some soup dumplings and a couple of other dishes, and let's take a look when all the food comes. Okay, now you're probably wondering why we're here at a lesser known soup dumpling place. Well, the reason why we're here today is because we wanted to go to a place called Nanshan, which is a very popular soup dumpling restaurant in Flushing. We ended up not going because we couldn't find parking, and as many of you know, Flushing is infamous for not having too much parking available. So what we did was that we went around at the periphery of Flushing and we found this place. So I hope everyone likes this video, and for myself, I hope the food is good.
The first dish we ordered was the special chicken, which came with a dipping sauce.
Okay, the first dish that we're going to try today is the special chicken, and it looks like this. It looks like a poached chicken. Now it comes with a sauce, and the sauce is a soy sauce with some scallions and with other stuff in it. And after I dip it, this is what it looks like. Let's give it a try.
The dumplings, can I have one?
Now, yes, I can tell that it's a combination of soy sauce. It's a combination of soy sauce and light soy sauce and also dark soy sauce. And it's not salty at all. It's a very nice combination. It goes well with the perfectly poached chicken. The poached chicken that I have is very similar to the Cantonese poached chicken, the ones with the ginger and the scallion. But this one has the special sauce, and I think what makes this dish really good is the sauce. I could identify that there's a lot of different things in here. Let's try this. Okay, there's some cilantro, some scallion, and like I said before, some light and dark soy sauce mixed in, but not too salty. Yeah, what makes this dish is the soy sauce.
We ordered crab and pork soup dumplings and also plain pork soup dumplings.
Okay, the soup dumplings are supposed to be really good here, so we ordered the crab meat and pork soup dumpling. This is what it looks like, and let's see how it is. I'm going to just eat it plain without any of the ginger sauce. Okay, there's not a lot of soup here, but there is soup, and I can tell that the skin is pretty thin, which is a big plus. Okay, now I see a dab of crab in the soup dumpling. Skin is thin, and I kind of like it. It's not bad. Another thing that should be noted about the soup dumplings is that there's 6 in each order, and the price is about $8.50 to $9.50. $8.50 for the pork and $9.50 for the crab meat and pork soup dumpling. I'm going to try the soup dumplings now with the ginger soy sauce. So here it goes. It makes a huge difference. What I like about it is that it offsets the fattiness of the soup, and it just actually, the vinegar brings out the flavor of the porkiness of the soup. So it's definitely a flavor enhancer. I like the addition of the vinegar and the ginger. Finally, let's try the regular soup dumpling. The regular one meaning that this is only pork. So I'm taking a look at it, and it looks like the other one has a nice thin wrapper to it. Has this little high dome to it, which is kind of doughy, which is kind of weird. I'm usually used to the ones that are more like a fine saucer shape, but this thing sticks up a little bit. So let's give this one a try. Okay, this one is different from the one with crab meat. This one actually has more of a pork flavor. It's a singular flavor, only one type of meat. And just like the other one, it doesn't have a ton of soup in it, but it's just enough to satisfy you. And yes, biting into the pork dome, I mean the top of the soup dumpling, there's a lot of dough up there. So this is a pretty doughy dumpling. But on the bottom over here, it's a little thin, so it seems to be okay. It balances out okay.
The next dish we tried was the salted egg yolk shrimp rice cake, a dish I never tried before.
The next dish we're having is the salted egg and shrimp rice cakes. This is what it looks like. This is what the shrimp looks like. So let's give that a try. Okay. Now this dish, the shrimp is very snappy, very fresh, which is very good. And here's the second part of the dish. This is the rice cake, and it's coated with a salted egg yolk. And let's see how this is. Okay. The salted egg yolk is kind of dry, but I think that's the texture that they're aiming for. And the rice cakes are very chewy. I think the combination is pretty good, but I have to say the egg yolk flavor is pretty overpowering with this. So if you like eggs, this is your kind of dish.
The next dish we ordered was the pork chop over rice. It was a standalone rice platter.
The next dish that we ordered is the pork chop over rice. Pork chop over rice is basically rice with a minced pork gravy that's put over the dish. There's egg, there's cabbage, Napa cabbage, and there's a fried pork chop on top of the rice. Now, this is the rice with the sauce. Now let's give that a try. Okay, this is pretty good. There's a little sweetness to the sauce, and the rice is pretty good. And the next component we should try is the fried pork chop, is what it looks like. Excellent. Fried to a nice crisp. The pork chop is nice and fresh, nice and thick too. And I can tell that it's very filling. So this is the kind of dish that is eaten as a whole by itself because of all the different components to it.
We also ordered the pan-fried pork buns, aka Shanghainese.
The next dish that I'm trying is the Shanghainese, which is the fried buns. You can see there's a browning on the bottom of this bun, and there's some scallions and some sesame seeds on top. This is a classic Shanghainese dish. So let's give this a try. Ah, okay. There's a burst of soup. It's not a true soup dumpling, but usually with these kind of buns, there's some liquid in here, and it's pretty good. And it's piping hot. It's really hot. The crust on the bottom, is very satisfying. You can feel the crunch as you're chewing it. And finally, here's what the meatball looks like in the middle. So let's give that a try. Delicious. You can taste some of that soy sauce, that other seasoning that they put into this meatball is to perfection. And it's super hot. Classic dish. When you come here, you should order this one. I think this is even better than the soup dumplings that I just had. Okay, my meal is almost over. And what I can say about this meal is that it's very good. It's my first time here. The best dish in my book was the fried buns, the Shanghainese. And the reason why is because it doesn't shy away from saltiness. It's crispy, it's hot, and it's satisfying. And it's very warming when you eat it. As for the other dishes, the chicken, the poached chicken, especially that sauce, was excellent. It really brought out the freshness of the chicken. And the sauce was not overly salty, and I think a lot of people would like it if they ordered that. It's a very mild dish, very neutral, but it's still very tasty. The soup dumplings, on the other hand, I felt that there was a bit too much dough because the soup dumpling was round on the bottom, but it had this little dome on top of it that was a big dough ball. So I didn't understand why they made it that way, but there was nothing wrong with the bottom part, which was the thinner skin. Soup was okay. The flavoring of the meatball was okay. The crab was okay. But it's just that large dough ball on top that sort of, I didn't really enjoy. But yeah, so there were pluses and minuses. And finally, we had the pork rice. And once again, that dish is to be eaten in and of itself as one complete meal. I thought it tasted like a standard Taiwanese style fried pork chop dish, which is good in and of itself. And finally, something new that we tried was the salted egg yolk rice cake with the shrimp. That was a novel dish for me because I've never tried that before either, but I like the fact that the egg yolk and the shrimp went well together, and it just had enough salt. It wasn't a salty dish, but just had enough salt to make it pleasant to chew. And one other thing that I should mention is that it's a pretty filling dish. So for a first try at this Shanghainese restaurant I've never been to in Flushing, I think it's a solid choice if you're in the area. And we're close enough to the main Flushing area so that if you're done eating, you can go out and take a walk and have some dessert nearby. So a solid choice, and I would highly recommend it. I also wanted to add today that I appreciate all the viewers of my videos. It's been about 6 months since I've started making these videos on a regular basis, and thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate every one of the people who has viewed my videos, and I intend to keep doing it for you, and I hope you continue to watch. And if you do like these videos, please like, subscribe, and share my videos with your friends. That would definitely help my channel, and that'll help me continue to do more of these videos. Also, I put a link in the description where you can buy me a coffee if you want. Definitely not an obligation, but yeah, I would appreciate it if you would consider that. Thank you so much, and if you have any suggestions, always you can leave me a comment under any of my videos. Thank you so much.
The final cost of this meal was $67.50 before tip.